Yo, what's good, guys? How we doing? How's everybody doing? Yeah, Gixer, the intro's good, brother. The intro's good. What's up, Lambra? What's up, Smokey? Mason, I thought you were gonna not skip the stream tonight and go to bed. Roman, Roman, that last rip destroyed your legs. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, brother. Oh, someone was short too. Oh, dang. You guys just got killed on that last little rip up. Yeah, it's sleepy markets, man. Like, I don't know if I'm going to catch a trade tonight. I only took one trade this morning and then kind of took the rest of the day off. I saw we were kind of ranging. So I just said I'm not going to mess around with this. I was long from 820 earlier this morning. And then when I saw it not get much above 850 here after this drop on the open, I kind of just said, screw it. I'm getting out of here for the rest of the day. I'm not going to battle this and try to get chopped up. So one trade today for me, about $600, and that was it for me today. How'd you guys trade? You changed your mind, Mason. What's up, Kevin? Yeah, Gixer, sometimes that's all it takes. What's up, Jeff? Sometimes that's all it takes is sizing down. Like, look, if you're not comfortable, I always recommend sizing down. Go to micros. Nice, Gixer. 950. That's solid. Yeah, Smokey, you've been killing it lately. You've been killing it. I mean, one of these days, you and I will sit down. I'll pick your brain a little bit. I'll see how you like to trade. I mean, you guys obviously see how I trade for the most part. How I've been trading for a couple years. Someone made 1K on all accounts and then lost it by the end of the day. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, those days are horrible. Those days are horrible. The one thing that I always try to do is if I'm positive on that first trade someone, I try to just say, okay, my max loss on the day now is at least locking in $200, right? As long as I lock in $200 or $300 and don't let my account, if my account comes back to that point, I will walk away. Shut it down. You got to have the discipline to just let it go. Realize that it's not your time, that you're not seeing it that well. Just walk away. Man, we're trading right in that same area we were last night, guys. Interest on the DOM is high above current price, all the way up above 23K. I did see an order down around 22,500. I'm not showing enough levels on my DOM in order to see it right now, but it appears we could be in grinding higher. What's up, Pegs? Oh, you're trying to race to get the eval done? I mean, honestly, before the rebuild, go ahead and get it done. You know, like boom or bust kind of scenario if you're coming up on rebuild. Paul is here again. Let's see. I can't tell. Is this Paul? No, that's only an 80 block. I'm not seeing Paul. Paul's not hanging around tonight. He was hanging around this morning. At the open, there were some orders just chilling, hanging around. Yeah, Cripwalk, tell him. Yeah, guys, if you could smash that thumbs up button for me. That way we don't need to do it later. Looks like we still got people slowly filing in. We got about 40 people in here right now. Yeah, Pegs. It's this was last night too, brother. And what was crazy was I think I was on stream for like 4 hours. It was a long stream last night. It was a good stream. It was a record-setting stream. So thanks for tuning in again, guys. It's been unreal. For a change, what's up, Sin? For a change, I did not take a trade pre-stream. What's up, Clip? But yeah, Pegs, honestly, the price action, like we had a pump after the open yesterday, and it just kind of, I I mean, we're trading right where we were last night. The exact same price. In that same little range. So I don't know what we're looking at. Oh, cheers, Rob. Yeah, just don't let there's no reason to let a red tray go green. Ever. Like, I understand giving it a little bit of breathing room, and I know a lot of like the gurus and influencers tell you don't play with your stops, and I agree to a certain extent. But if a trade goes green, 15, 20 points on NAS, if you're $200, $300 up, there's zero reason to let that trade go red. None. You never let red trades go green, someone. What's up, Wix? Clip, what session are we? This is globex session. So Australia's opened up. Here in about 5 minutes, Asia markets will open. I mean, well, let's see. We'll see what happens when the Asian markets open. It is the last day of the month as well, so technically it's July 1st for Australia and Asia right now. So beginning of a new quarter. It looks like 23K wants to get traded, but I don't know when that's going to happen. So we'll kind of wait it out till after the open. We'll let that opening range, that 30-minute opening range set, and then we'll see if we can get a play off that. Roman, no. Australia opened at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. Hey, thanks for the sub, Econ. Appreciate ya. Yeah, Roman. So here in about 3.5 minutes. I'm still kind of getting used to these globex streams. Like I said, prior to streaming globex, I didn't really trade globex at all. I wouldn't even have the charts open. So I'm still kind of getting used to how it likes to move. It seems pretty random unless you get news. Gixer, I took one trade this morning, made 575, and then shut it down for the day. I kind of saw we were going to be range bound and decided I didn't want to get chopped up. So one trade, just shy of 30 points, and was done. I've learned my lesson about playing around in range chop. I'm just not a good range trader. There's some people who kill it. You know, I'm just not that person. It does not suit my style well. I like to hold my positions, and it just doesn't. The range plays are not it. Inevitably, what happens when I try to... oh, nice clip. Up 1K options trading today. GG's. Inevitably, when I try to make the range play, it's the one time when the breakout happens and I get wrecked. And it's happened to me time and time and time again. So I just... I've said if it's looking like range, I'm just not going to trade it. You can kind of tell based on volume at the highs and lows. You know, if you're seeing delta flips, if you're seeing buying getting absorbed near the highs, or, you know, certain signals like that. Kind of what you look for when you're in a trade. But that's how I determine it. You know, if the volume dries up at the highs or the volume dries up at the lows, you kind of know what's coming. But what happens is I notice it a little bit too late the majority of the time. And I play the range, and then the breakout happens, and I get wrecked. Yeah, Gixer, it happens. You just got to be okay with it, man. You got to be okay with saying, okay, I'm not going to catch every dollar that's out there to be made on every move. I'm not going to catch extreme highs, extreme lows of every move. You just have to be okay with what you made. You know, green is green in this game. I know you guys saw my journal the other day for the My Funded Futures account. You can kind of see what happens. You know, you just take your base hits, there's guys out there who can make 3, like Smokey, for instance. I mean, he kills it. He makes 3 grand, 4 grand a day, and then he's done. You know, if he can make more, great. But he seems to make it really fast, and I don't know how he does it, but he does it. So there's people out there like that have just got a great strategy, and they can get in and get out really quick. During globex especially, ES tends to drift towards central pivot point first, roughly 75% of the session. Yeah, Mr. Beg, honestly, it's during any session. Price will always, eventually, no matter how much it's up or down, but generally likes to revert back to the mean. That's why you have mean reversion traders. You know, like my friend Banana Bread trades. He's a mean reversion trader. He just waits till price is overextended to either the buy or the sell side, and tries to make the play back to the 200 period moving average. Does he always get the full move? No, but man, we're kind of pumping here. We do have a block at like 894. We'll see what happens when that block gets tagged. I don't even know how big it is. I don't think it's that big. It's like a 50 block. Looks like there's a few orders stacked in here through 94 to 97. Chris, it looks like Asia likes NQ. Yeah. Roman, you need 915 to get tagged. It could. Let's see what YM's doing, actually. See if YM's moving around. Yeah, YM's kind of pumping a little bit. 50-point move off the lows. Looks like RTY is holding that 200 period moving average. What's up, Phoenix? You just waking up? Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect tonight, guys. I mean, it's Monday night. The market kind of didn't do a whole lot till the very end of the session. I'm not sure what to expect. We're kind of trading in that range we were last night again. In fact, we're almost dead smack in the middle of it. Yeah, Pegs, honestly, I'm not surprised anymore. It's been the gap and goes have been absurd. If you look at the NQ daily, I mean, we've got a gap down here. We've got a gap down here. This gap got filled, but it was kind of a touch and go fill. Yeah, the gap and goes have been, I mean, look. When this one happened, what's good, James? When this one happened, I thought for sure we were going to roll over right here off this moving average and come back and fill this gap, and it just never happened. It's been haunting me ever since. But I don't know that we come back and grab it. I mean, this is below 20K. And then there was this one that was just as nasty, and we just kind of left it behind. Donnie, I made about $600, just shy of $600 today. $575 on one trade, and then saw that we were kind of range bound, so I shut it down early. After the 4-hour stream last night, I was pretty exhausted. Just didn't have the mental fortitude to sit there and watch charts all day. Nasty 10-point slap there at 94. Smokey. My average, Smokey, my average is like 1,000 to 2,000 a day. I usually fall right in there somewhere. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but that's about the average. Kevin, you're in Nas Long right now? Looks like we got 66 people in here. If you're lurking in the background, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Say hello in the chat. You want to join the only 600? It was one trade. I mean, Pegs, you have access to my pre-market trading plans. You saw what trade you knew what trade I took. It was clear what trade I took. It's not a subtle flex. It's just where I'm at with my trading, I guess. I don't know. Look, I still look at $200 days as good days. $100 days are good. Anything green is a good day. All right, still got people slowly filing in right now. I tuned into Pine Tree Trader stream for a little bit this evening. Said what's up. Sorry, Phoenix, I can't read that whole comment out loud, but yeah. Chris, I use the 30-minute on Asia session. RTH, I use the 15-minute. Asia session, I use the 30-minute. Pegs, you wanted the wick and reclaim of 745? Yeah, I mean, I was long from 820. Right? You had your wick and reclaim here. Once we got back to 820, when I realized we were holding above 800, I took the long. That was my trade. Oh, nice, yo, Jim. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your evening. Roman's just praying for 915 to get tagged. It's looking like you might get it. You know, that's where all the volume is stacked currently. So it looks like you might get it, Roman. Not a lot of volume traded in through from 85 to 91-ish. So you could get a pullback first, but I don't know where your entry is either. But I think this order up here at 915 gets tagged, maybe even higher. 940 looks like a logical target. Roman, your entry's at 878. I mean, that's a solid entry. It would have to, honestly, because I would be break even. Because if it does come back down here, it's probably going to at least come and test. Probably coming back to central pivot, to tell you the truth. This is a relatively straight up move. If it does roll over, it's probably going to travel through this area pretty quick. But you're in a good spot. You're in a good spot. So we got 84 people in here currently. Thanks for tuning in once again, guys. It's a little sleepy markets. We have a little more movement than last night. We're coming up on the highs of the range from the overnight last night, so just be careful. Looks like the highs of London session, maybe. Just be careful up here. If you're in a long, obviously have a break even in. Yeah, Phoenix. You'll see over the next, it's usually around, I don't know, like 8:30. It's when people really start filing in. We've been averaging about, I don't know, what would you say, chat? 120, 130 at a given time throughout the stream lately. Somewhere in there. Roman, those highs are sitting just like 910-ish, between 910 and 920. Pretty much your target is the highs of London session last night. Yeah, Phoenix. Phoenix last night was crazy. At one point we had like, I don't know, what do we have, guys? 230 people, 220 people in at one point in time. Over 2K views total on the live stream last night. It was like 140 subscribers. It was a wild stream. Yeah, Gixer, there was towards the end of the stream, had I stayed on, I don't know what we could have hit. I was just exhausted by the end of the stream. 4 hours being in front of a camera like that, with in sleepy markets as well, where I haven't really taken a trade, was just, it was a grind. It was a grind. Oh, nice, Tocho. Paper trading, but you're up $800 on NQ. Nice. It's a nice 40-point bag. No, Phoenix. Gixer, no, I have never really paid attention to ATR. I know other people have found use in it. Like I said, I don't use a whole lot of indicators. I'm just not an indicator trader. I like price to come into my area of interest, major key support and resistance levels, and execute based on order flow, candle structure. You know, I like to keep it as simple as possible. The minute I start adding things is the minute that confusion settles into my head. So I just like to keep it as simple as possible. I know when I'm wrong, I know when I'm right, and that's how I trade. As simple as I possibly can. Another gold long. Let's see here. Oh, wow. You guys remember what I called last night on gold? Look at where we're trading. Had you taken that position blindly, you would be almost a full target. That'd have been a massive trade. $55 on gold. Massive. Pegs, that's why I didn't take the long today. Was too focused on the ORB. Yeah, like you just start doubting your reads, right? Like when there's all these conflicting signals, you know, you got this indicator telling you one thing, you got another indicator telling you this, you got MACD telling you it's overbought. Meanwhile, all your signals say sell, or all your signals still say buy. It's just it becomes a really cloudy picture when you're looking at that much different stuff. Let's face it, guys, institutions don't trade with indicators, really. They use moving averages, like major higher time frame moving averages, but they're not throwing MACDs or RSIs on their chart. They're just waiting for price to come to where they want to get in. That's it. You know, you ever talk to an institutional trader and you have them look at your charts, and if you've got a bunch of like squiggly lines all over the place and a bunch of indicators, they'll be like, what am I even looking at right now? And if we're trying to ride their coattails, we kind of need to get in their mindset. Because really that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to determine where big money is executing and ride a portion of that ride on the way. That's all we're doing. We're trying to hop on board. Because at the size that we're trading, we're not going to affect the market, right? Like, we're not going one mini is not going to affect what price is doing. So we look at where the majority. Yeah, in the haul, I like I said earlier, I took one trade today, one trade this morning. I was long from 820. I got out just shy of 8. I got stopped out just below 850. So I made a little less than $600, and I shut it down after that. Oh, don't worry about the caps, brother. No worry. if we get all the subs, you have put one mini. Everybody puts a mini on, and we can move the market. I don't even know. Like, it's, 100 blocks move the market, or they affect the market at least. But anything less than that is just kind of like inconsequential for the overall movement, I want to say. Yeah, Paul was moving it, but that's because market makers were trying to fill those orders, right? Even if Price had traded that last night, guys, even if Price had reached where he was at and got in and he left those orders on, or he/she left those orders on, chances are they wouldn't have all been filled because there wasn't enough volume. There wasn't enough buyers at that price in order to match that trade. So it would have taken a lot of market makers to step in at that price, which means to take the counter side of that trade, which probably means if it's the market makers that are doing that, that price is just going to pump through that order. So what those guys do is they'll take those partial fills, take that impulse 10-point move down and take it off and leave the rest of the orders there if they're not spoofing. If they're spoofing, they'll just pull the orders and place them higher like what you saw last night. We got a block up there at 940 still. I got another 12 minutes really till this 30-minute opening range sets. And then I'll be green lighted to try and look for a trade. I'm hoping price... I'm sorry to you guys that are long, but I'm kind of hoping price hangs right here for the next 12 minutes. So we got a 25 block and a 30 block. One at 40, one at 50. And one just... So we got some stacked orders here at 50 and 51. And then obviously one at psych level 23K. So that's going to be our watch for tonight. It's feeling like it might be a grind up kind of night. But I'm going to let this Asia opening range get set. And then we'll decide what we're doing. So tell me, chat, how'd everybody trade today? How'd everybody do? I know how a couple people did, but those of you that are just tuning in, thanks for tuning in, by the way. If you're new here, my name is Wes. If you want to support the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Also, we do have a free trading Discord, Level Up, link in the description down below the video, or ! Discord in the chat. Oh, Wix up 2K? Nice. Nice. Pegs plus 435. Mason plus 250. One trade. Nahal, that was smart. That's kind of what I did. I took one trade. It kind of came back and stopped me out. It rolled over. And I said, you know what? I'm not doing this today. Sin 20K? Oh, rupee. Oh, man. 2 trades today. 1K profit. Charles, nice. Nice. So it looks like the majority of you were green. 39 green. First day trading futures, Scott. Yeah, take it slow, brother. I think if you are coming from the options world, you'll like it a little bit more. It's a lot easier. At least a lot easier to read. I'm not going to say it's easier to trade, but it's an easier execution. Clip 200 aftermarket crypto future trading. Okay, nice. What's up, MB? How are you? Oh, Kimi Long blew one trade day and two. Did you go on tilt, Kimi Long? With the price action the way it was today, I could see that happening to a lot of people. So I'm sure you're not alone. I was able to see that. If you were flipping in and out of positions today, it was going to be rough. So I'm sorry. We've all been there. We've all been there. MB overtraded today. Yeah, guys, if you could smash that thumbs up button for me. Thanks, MB. Roman, I think you're good, brother. Just have your break even stop. Let it breathe a little bit. You've got volume higher. You know, worst that happens is you get a break even. Hey, thanks for the sub, C Strand. Appreciate you. You still got about 9 minutes before 30-minute opening range for Asia session gets set. It is going to be the two blue lines that you see here. The two purple lines are the regular trading hours, 15-minute opening range. Oh, cheers, MB. Mr. Bag got caught by that rip back up. Didn't have my access set correct, and it was already beyond your normal stop. Were you short, Mr. Bag? Roman, you're down big on the XFA? Well, then go ahead and lock it in. Smokey. Smokey, that's not true at all. It was one account. It was one account. No, I'm not a, I'm not a copy trader. You have a funded account with Apex and quit using Sierra. Don't know how to use now for rhythm. So Sean, just a heads up, Apex's rhythmic server is terrible. It's awful. Apex's rhythmic server is really, really bad. Just worse than any of the rest of them, as far as their sim or paper accounts go. So just it's because it's got so much traffic on it, because there's so many Apex accounts. Yeah, Roman, I mean, that's up to you. If you want to lock something in, stop below 88 makes sense. If you're at 78, lock in 200. Sierra is absolutely garbage, Sean says. I felt like you needed to go study it. Yeah, yeah, Sean. I've known people that have been trading on Sierra charts for years, and are still tinkering with settings, right? It's like trading on like Windows 95. It's a reliable, good platform, like it really is. It just takes forever, and you're constantly tinkering with settings to get things just right. I prefer just being able to load up a platform and trade. Kevin, you were long 5 minis today. Kev, where were you long from? Yeah, Pegs, I agree. Right? Like, get on a platform you can actually trade on, not where you're spending the majority of your day tinkering with settings in your trading platform. Oh, man. It's funny. What's up, Sensei? How are you? So we got, how many people we got in here right now? 117 people in here right now. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Can't thank you enough for all the support. This is every night now. It's unbelievable. The ride has been unreal. Bit funded, Umar? I don't know anything about bit funded, so I can't speak on that. I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you. I don't really trade cryptos, so you're probably asking the wrong guy. What's up, Bryce? It seems like you need a degree to get Sierra charts working. Yeah, that's correct. Joseph, where can you learn about rhythmic charting? What do you mean by that? Sean, are you on a Mac? Oh, Umar, as far as a good yeah, I don't know. I don't know anybody who's ever traded with them, so I'm not sure if Bitfunded is good or not. Oh, Sean, you're on Windows? Yeah, don't even worry about Motive Wave. Honestly, Quantower is a good trading platform. What you see on the screen is Quantower trading. It's a good trading platform. You're going to be on a rhythmic data feed with some of the props. Others you're going to be on, I don't know. The majority of them are rhythmic, to tell you the truth. But the other props have reliable rhythmic service. Like, I've never had any issues with my Top Step account. I've never had any issues with my personal account, which is through EdgeClear, rhythmic live data. I've never had any issues with Take Profit Trader. My funded futures uses DX feed if you have Quantower. So it's a little bit different, but DX feed has been somewhat reliable as well as far as how it acts on Quantower. Yeah, I can see it pulling back, into this area. Retest the 30-minute opening range low and see what happens there. Sean, yeah, you will need a level 2 data purchase in order to have the DOM access, or at least full DOM access. So you will need that for sure. Um, you can either purchase it through your prop firm, or you can get it. I think you can get it cheaper from the CME itself. With Top Step, it varies, Sean, as far as what you're paying for level 2. I think Top Step charges $39 a month. Apex charges something like $13 or $14 a month. Yeah, Nahal comes free with AMP. You're right. Same thing with me. Same thing with Edge Clear. So level 2 is provided for me with my personal account. But Rhythmic live data is way different than Rhythmic paper data. Rhythmic sim. What's up, Pine Tree? How are you? How was the stream? Hey, Pine, actually, if you're interested, I tuned in. If you're interested and want to learn how to collab live streams or whatever seamlessly, just DM me and my editor and I can walk you through that. I'm sure that was not fun initially, but we got you. Yeah, cheers, brother. It's actually really simple. It's actually not as difficult as you think it is. How'd the stream go, Pine? Did you make money? Sean's going through the nightmares of Sierra chart setup. Yeah, Sean, just get on a different trading platform. Just get on a different platform, brother. Every Sierra chart user, especially like the noobs, like those that are new to it, unless they have like a template of some kind, uh, that they just are like downloading. Good start on one, down slightly on another. It was a good day over. Pine, today's price action was kind of rough. I was telling the chat earlier. I took one trade this morning. I was long from 820. I got trailed out just below 850, locked in 575, and walked away. Wes, have you ever tried Smoky Bones? Of course, Donnie. Of course. Going short Smoky Bones is my fave. I'm not a huge barbecue guy myself, but it's good. Oh, Jordan. So if you want to set a limit stop or limit buy or any of that, you click the little mouse icon up here in the upper right on Quant Tower, and then pick the price that you want to, and it's going to be left click for buy, right click for sell. So like if I wanted to put a buy order or a sell order up here, I would go like that. If I wanted to pull my stop, I would pull it up, and then you could pull your take profit down, and there's your bracket. All right, 30-minute opening range is set for Asia session. Let's see if we can either A, get back above point of control here at 92, or see if we want to come back down and test the 30-minute opening range down here at 882. I'll wait for one of those two things to happen, and then I'll look to get into a position. All the interest is still higher on the DOM, so I'm thinking that we might just kind of soak up some of these orders below and then make the move up. But it's feeling pretty bullish right now to me. I know it looks like it's rolling over, but there's not a whole lot of volume. If it wants to grab any volume, it's going to need to go higher first. Dilson's Asia opens up at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Australia opens up at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. Yeah, Chris, you're not wrong. Buy the dip. Don't trip. Buy the dip. You're not wrong. Like, guys, I mean, Kimi Long, no, I don't know when the Lucid 40% sale ends. I'm still trading that eval over there. Taking it so slow. I need to get that eval done, actually. I'm still trading the eval, so I'm not real familiar with them yet. Like I said, they're still a newer prop, guys. I don't want to mislead you in any way. I realize I have an affiliate, and I don't want to mislead you in any way. They look legitimate. They look good. There's some big names affiliated with them at this point, but I haven't gotten far enough along to give my honest assessment of it yet. If you do want to try them out, I do have an affiliate code for you down below. There is a link in the description. I do know that once you're funded, you do have intraday trailing on Lucid, so just keep that in mind. And I want to say it's or maybe you don't have intraday trailing with Lucid. I want to say there's a consistency rule that's different. 30% or 35% in the funded, something like that. I think it's the consistency rule that was different. I don't know. Just do your research, you know. Yeah, it's similar to take profit. The one thing that's nice that Lucid is doing, that they are offering, is once you are to a live account, they do open up the option to hold swing positions, which none of the other props do that I know of at this point in time. So that is one added bonus with Lucid that they're offering. But like I said, they are very, very new to the scene, so I don't know. I don't know a lot about them really. Yeah, they're one of the few props that offer that option. That once you're live, once you have a live account with them, you can hold swing positions. Later, Phoenix. I'm not sure if, and Chris, I'm not sure if they have limitations on that either. So I don't know if like they have a time limit that you can hold that swing position for. I mean, shoot. Think about this swing position from like 16-8. You'd still be holding. You'd be banking big time. But honestly, if you're holding a trade like that, why are you not trading your personal account anyway? Why are you giving the prop 10%? What's YM do? Actually, what's gold doing? Gold is still kind of just hanging out in that little range near the highs. I'd be interested to see what happens at like this 33-30 area. Sovereignty. I'm not a swinger, to each their own. Looks like we got almost 110 people in here right now. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Feel free to hit that subscribe button if you want to support the channel. I'm kind of just waiting to either see this pop back above and hold above point of control here at 892, or come down here and test the 30-minute opening range at 82 before I get into a position. Otherwise, I'm just kind of guessing. Although I guess we're always guessing, but you know what I mean. A little more higher probability executing from those areas. Still a good trade, Roman. What'd you make on that position? You know, $300, $200, $250? You were long from 78? All right, looks like we have a little bit of absorption here. Oh, nice. You made 1K on that position? How much size did you have on? Ah, it's going to run without me. You're still down? You got 5 big dogs? I think we're about to get that pop above 900. And I don't know. I'm not going to get a pullback. I'll leave it on for now. We'll see if I can get a fill here, down here in the low 90s. I don't know that I'm going to get it, though. Do we have any more wicks over here to the left? Okay, so we're still at the top of the range here. I think we try to run this area. But it's looking like I'm going to get left behind. Still got people slowly filing in over here. What are we at? 111 people in here now. Actually, I might give this a little more breathing room. Maybe something like this, if I can get in. Yes, yes, Sensei. I want to see. I do want to see the breakout. My take profit's probably going to be running this double top up here. I'm probably going to target just shy of 940 if I get in. So I might be in this trade a little bit. But this will be a almost 50 pointer if I get it. If I can get the entry. But I also want to give it enough room to travel through this high volume area. The volume chop area that we've set up. So I'm okay with a pull. I'm okay with the pullback into even the low 80s if we can get, like, if it goes there. Below 80, I'm not comfortable anymore. Oh, Chris, you building a position? Nice. Nice. I'm trying to get filled. I just don't know if they're going to let me get it. Hey, thanks for the sub, Mike. Appreciate you. Looking like we're about to break off the top here. No, that is a long way up. That's typically how my trades are. That's kind of what I'm not in, Roman. Not in yet. That's typically what I usually don't get into a trade unless I see a 50-point move. Usually. Risk to reward is just not great for unless I see at least that much. Do I always get that? No. No. But that's generally what my targets are, at least. What's up, Daniel? How are you? Daniel, my day was good. It was nice and relaxing. I actually didn't stare at the charts all day. I was kind of worn out from the 4-hour stream last night, so it was nice to shut it down early and be done. Go do something else. Short trading week this week, guys. Friday is the 4th of July here in the United States, so I think it'll be a half day on Friday trading for all you that don't live in the U.S., just to give you a heads up. That does give us a full week of globex streams, so if you're new here, I do stream every globex session starting at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard. Feel free to tune in. Also, if you're lurking and want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button for me. Really appreciate it. I can't thank you all enough for the love and support. Like it means it's been an incredible 3 weeks, guys. Been an incredible ride. I don't even know what I'll do if this ride continues the way that at the pace that it is. I mean, I was looking at our 28-day analytics on YouTube today. Try 730 subs over the last 28 days. Think about that. My channel's what, 1.4K subs? So we've more than doubled in the last like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. It's been a crazy, crazy ride. And Daniel, you just got an FTMO ad when you open the stream. Yeah, like that. Unfortunately, when you're monetized, you have to have some ads on. I don't think they let you just totally block out all ads, but we've tried to limit it to just opening and closing. Yeah, I'm not going to get this entry. This is gone. I'm going to take that off. But you shouldn't get, if you are getting mid-roll ads, let me know, because we have that. We have that function turned off so that you're not getting mid-roll ads. Hopefully you're not getting mid-roll ads. If you are, YouTube's cheating. At least it was a trading ad. Yeah, it should all be finance or trading related, I would assume. Is it Hari or Harry? What is the platform I'm using? I'm using Quantower trading platform. And tool, I'm not sure what you mean by tool. Oh, nice, Nahal. Yeah, I guess if you want to avoid the ads, just get YouTube Premium. Is it better than Thinkorswim? So it's a little. So Quantower is a futures trading platform. They only, like, if you're a stock trader or an options trader, it's very. I think you can trade options, but you're very limited on the symbols that you can trade. But it's nice and easy for like index futures. It's all the futures, really. Any futures contracts or futures trading that you're doing, it's really nice and simple. Customizable as well. Yeah. Yeah, I have a personal account. I have a personal account on here. I use EdgeClear Broker, Rhythmic Data. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, Quantower should be free with any of your, like if you have a personal account, your broker should offer Quantower trading platform for free. Full license. At least most of them do. I know mine does. So you shouldn't have to purchase at like level 2 data or anything like that if you've got a personal broker. Yeah, Harry, Quantower itself is $70 per month, but if you've got a personal broker, they should provide that license for free. So you'll have to contact whoever your personal account is with, whoever your broker is, and they should give you the license for free. Sensei, a hard pullback has to happen sooner or later. Yeah, I've told myself that a lot at all-time highs. I have told myself that a lot when you're trading all-time highs. And it just continues to grind higher. Like I said, there's blocks stacked all the way up here, all the way up through 23K right now, with not much below. So unless these completely just disappear, this is probably going to be the move. You might have little dips here and there, but this is more than likely going to be the move. Just to give you a heads up. Do I say that with 100% certainty? No. Harry, it's just because institutions have had targets in mind. The economy's not in a bad spot, right? Like, it's just inflation is inflation. It is what it is. But honestly, if you've watched the markets long enough, news, economic news, it's all impulse moves for a little bit. But inevitably, larger institutions have targets in mind. They're going to do whatever they need to do to get price there so that they can make their money. That's just the way the market works. Your best bet when trading all-time highs, if you want to get short, this is the safe way to trade all-time highs to the short side. Sure, you might get lucky and pick a top here and there, but I would wait until price reclaims below a major support level, like breaks these lows, comes down, tests this support area here at like 725, 730-ish, comes back up for the retest here of this level, and it actually rejects this level. Like, that's the safe way to short all-time highs. Otherwise, you're risking getting just price grinding higher and just getting screwed over and over and over. I've been there. 2 times in my trading journey, prices traded at all-time highs, and each time I've been that fool that has tried to short those all-time highs because I thought I knew where the top was, and it was not the top. I got ran over. I'm not going to be that guy this time. Not going to happen. So until a move like that, what I just described, happen, until a move like that, like what I just described happens, I'm going to be playing buy the dip. It's going to be a buy the dip situation until proven otherwise. You know, am I going to miss out on some moves? Probably. However, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I only want to be taking A plus setups, really, ideally. A minus at worst. And right now, while I can probably scalp out 10 points here and there, playing like this, let's see. So it's looking like we're setting up support here now at like 850-ish. So I'll probably, for those of you that have access to my charts in the morning, there probably will be a change unless price breaks down. I'm not going to move it just yet, though. Let's see what our good friend gold is doing real quick. We're still kind of just chopping on gold. What's CL doing? Sideways. Oh, that's a big move down. Kind of consolidating on. That's actually interesting. My eye on gold would probably be for the attempt to push lower. And if you got a reclaim, this move back up through this area could be relatively quick, back up to like 70, 73-ish. I mean, a $10 move on oil is a lot of money. Probably have a little hold up here at 70, but 69 to 70, but man. Look, guys, here's the other thing, right? While NQ and ES are trading all-time highs, The YM actually has a little ways to go still. So keep that in mind too. Like it's going to be really hard for me to take a long-term hold on a short position until the YM catches up with the other two and is trading all-time highs as well. So if you want an indicator about what to expect, start watching YM too. Go to the contract adjusted all-time highs on TradingView, see where that is, and then that'll be your gauge on where NQ and ES are kind of heading. Do they always trade in confluence with each other? Sometimes they diverge, but for the most part, when you have two indexes at all-time highs and the other one is still lagging behind a little bit, you kind of want to see the other one catch up before you get any major move or reversal in the market. Does it have to happen? No, but more than likely that's what's going to happen. What's YM, Roman? YM's the Dow Jones Futures. Dow Jones Industrial Average Futures. Ticker symbol YM. Kevin, I'll remain a bull until we get to... Kevin, you'll remain a bull no matter what. I've been trading with you for 2 years, brother. I probably count on one hand the times you shorted the market. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. I know it's kind of sleepy markets once again. Not ideal. We've had some good globex sessions though since we started streaming. All right, we're back inside the 30-minute Asia opening range. Let's see if we can reclaim above. I mean, it's sitting right at 900. That's not ideal, but Kev's like, whenever I try a short, I walk. Yeah, Kev, that's because you don't trade with stops, and B, you'll let a $3,000 trade come all the way back on you. I'm guilty of it as well. Hand in the air. 100%. I'm guilty of it as well. What's the advantage of using quant over thinkorswim as broker connection? Harry, it's all personal preference when it comes down to your trading platform, really. Right? Quant Tower is probably going to be a little bit easier execution than thinkorswim. A little bit easier to navigate. But a lot of traders do use thinkorswim. Like most options traders use thinkorswim, to tell you the truth. And then what's the big broker that they all use as well? Interactive Brokers, I think, is the big one. Yeah, orders are still above, Kev. If you guys ever want to see, like, I realize there's not numbers here, but if you ever want to see the orders, you can kind of tell what size is sitting over here gauged by these lines that are above and below where price is. These are the limit orders that are resting on the books currently. So you can kind of tell where the interest is. Obviously, interest is higher. There you don't see a lot of big blocks below. Does that always mean price is going to go here? No, but it gives you a pretty good idea about where the market, or where institutions are thinking the market is going, where the big boys think the market is going. We still got 100 people in here when the market's not doing a whole lot. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Yeah, Kevin. I mean, we are chilling. Just printed a 5-minute doji here on NQ. Would that have tagged me in on my trade? Nope, it would have just missed my entry down there. I'm thinking that this is probably going to get run on the overnight, right? But I needed to pull back a little bit in order for me to get in. Otherwise, I'm just kind of, where's Paul when you want him? Crip says, yeah. T-Logic. No, I don't want to get rid of any of you guys. You guys are the ones who make the stream what it is. Like I've said a million times, you're the rock stars here. The stream wouldn't be what it is without you, without your interaction. You guys always bring the vibes. I can't thank you enough for the support. Can't thank you enough for tuning in each and every night, hitting that thumbs up button. I mean, you're the entire reason why everything that's happening is happening. Harry, do I suggest DCA for Micro E Mini? It depends on what your account balance is, I suppose. You got in at 62.25. Let's see here. 62.25. And you're on an E Mini, Harry? You got a pretty big account over there, don't you? I mean, he's like, "Yes, sir." I mean, I would just be careful, right? Like we all say, can the market go up anymore? And then it keeps going up. ES likes those psych levels. I would think we would get a pullback at some point. 62.25 is, I mean, man, you really shorted these lows if you're short. 30 points on ES. Let me look at the higher time frame chart here. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. What I'm thinking is 6270-ish. I'm not a huge fan of DCAing, though. Oh, nice, Mr. Peg. You're over there coding? Nice. Cheers. Yeah, I don't know, Harry. Like I've said, I've thought that before when we're trading all-time highs. Hey, let's try to short these tops, and just gotten ran over. It's just not going to be me this time, and I don't want to even attempt to guess where the top is. You got interest on the DOM, on NQ, all the way up through 23K and higher. 23,300, 350, and not a whole lot below. 22,700 has a little bit of size stacked in, but man, I'd imagine ES runs into trouble at 6,300 if it does get there, but I don't know that you want to be holding to 6,300. That's a massive loss. If you're putting your whole account on the line, I mean, that's a massive hit. I don't know. What do you say, chat? What's your advice for Harry over there? Yeah, Scott, like I said, I need price to reclaim below a major support level, hold a support level below, retest out of the buyers, like attempt out of the buyers to reclaim and reject before I would even think about holding any short position right now. I am what I am. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, guys. The market will pull back. It's not just going to continue to skyrocket like the way that it has been. All right, on NQ, this is an unprecedented buy up right here. Um, like I said, I don't know. We're so far overextended the daily moving averages. I it just does not. There's no sign of weakness yet. Oh, thanks, Harry. Appreciate you. Yeah, cheers. I'm here every globex session, Sunday through Thursday, starting at 7:45 p.m. Eastern. Feel free to come hang out. Appreciate you tuning in. Kevin, only look for longs. Buy the dips until the NQ gets to 27K. Yeah, Pegs. I've been that guy. I have been that guy. I have learned my lesson. That will not be me. That will not be me. The move might happen without me, and I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. I am not going to sit there and say I will wait for a 200-300 point move to the downside, another 100-point move back up. Does my chart setup come in Quant Tower Auto? No, mine is custom. So I have my Quant Tower set up custom. I can send you a template if you want it to appear similar to mine, that you can just put in the right pathway in your PC, and the colors and everything that you see. But as far as these gray boxes are concerned, I manually draw these on and move them around each morning. So these are actually what I do manually. The indicators that you see are installed in Quant Tower, though. Like, you've got the pivots with the gold. The gray line here is central pivot. So all the indicators that you see, this is a custom indicator as well, with the overnight highs, session highs, initial balance highs. All this is a custom indicator as well. So this won't come preloaded. But as far as like volume profile, it has everything that you need. Everything that you need. And the markets have just died. This is not what I like to trade, guys. I'm not going to lie. I like to see a little bit more action. This is why I'm thinking that we grind higher. Generally, when you see some downside, you see a little bit of violence come in to the markets, and you're just not seeing it. Not seeing it once. What, maybe at the open today, there was a little bit of violence? Yeah, Mason, you're go get some rest, brother. Oh, Sean, just download Quant Tower. Tradeovate's really easy too. Tradeovate, I think, is CQG data though. Yeah, Harry, just do a like. So it's sounding like you're trading more fundamentals than you are technical analysis. You want to find the balance between the two, right? Yeah, T, exactly. If you're a perma bear, you're waiting. You're waiting. You're waiting for the sellers to step in, things to look a little aggressive, wait at one more attempt at the buyers to kind of reclaim and move the market back up and see failure at a key level. Oh, you trade based on price action? Yeah, the one thing I've learned about the news is it just sometimes does not matter. Doesn't matter how bad, doesn't matter how good it is. The market's going to do what it wants to do. Yep, exactly, Chris. But the problem with being a perma bear is you have about 15 to 20% of the time to capitalize, because 80 to 85% of the time the market's going up. It's just 100 years of evidence to prove it, you know. So it's a very short period of time where you can capitalize. So when it is going down, it's hot and heavy, but you better capitalize when it's happening. Seven straight 15-minute candles are green. Yeah, exactly, Sensei. Exactly. And that's the other thing is it's hard to buy these tops too. It's really, really hard to buy tops. So I sit here and I wait for a pullback. Yeah, T, exactly. Exactly. Like if you just like to short the market and that's what those are the setups that you see, yeah, by all means, just sit it out and wait, you know? Uh, it's far more important not clicking buttons than it ever is clicking the buttons. Good trading looks boring, T, right? If you have optimal setups, they're worth waiting for. So you could go 3 weeks without placing a single trade and catch the one day that's a 600 or 700 point move to the downside and hit it and bank big time. Scared to buy all-time highs but keeps climbing. Yeah, Harry. I mean, yeah, it's not fun trading. It's my least favorite time to trade. All-time highs is my least favorite time to trade because, like I said, you don't know where it's going to stop. You have no idea where it's going to stop. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to shut this fan off over here. Well, how's everybody doing? Is anybody in a trade right now? Are we chilling? Are we asleep on the other side of the screen? People want the helium voice. I don't know. Did it happen? Do I have helium voice? Long Nas 22,700. I would love a pullback like that, Kevin, to be honest with you. I would love a pullback like that. I'm almost half tempted just to close my eyes and hit the long button. Hit the buy button and let it ride. 0.03 lots in. Long NQ 896, Chris says. That's a good entry. I mean, it could chop 900 here for a minute, but inevitably it looks like it's going higher. Nice, MB. Close the winner. GG's. Yeah, guys, sleepy markets. Sleepy markets. George, any red days coming? This market is wild. I don't know. The problem right now, guys, is anybody that was trying to short prior to all-time highs is getting liquidated. So in order to hedge their positions, they're having to flip long. You know, that's when you get squeeze action in the market, like kind of what you're seeing. You know, they're having to cover their short positions and flip long, hedge their losses. Oh, Sensei, GG's. Yeah, 500 in this price action? 100%. Oh, T, cheers. Yeah, I mean, it's simple. When you've been trading for a long time and you've seen things happen, you start to get curious about why things are happening. But when you think about it, it becomes very, very obvious what's happening and why price is doing what it's doing at certain points. So yeah, like the long-term like hedge funds and stuff like that were shorting the market, they've had to cover. So in order to mitigate their losses, they're having to flip into long positions to hedge their positions. Most big institutions use futures as a hedging tool, as a hedging product, right? Like that's why futures exist, so they can hedge their long-term positions on equities with futures. That's why they have the leverage that they do. It's how it works. Kimi Long, do I copy trade? No, I don't copy trade. Here comes Daniel with the 3-2-1s. Harry says sometimes you short and do sell put option. Yeah, I don't mess around with options anymore. That's where I started, and it just got too... Everything just became too overwhelming. There's too much paying attention. Dang, Smokey. Smokey been killing it lately. Gold's finding a bid. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's pumped right through that level. I mean, next stop, 33... Let's see, 33.48, 33.50. Might have a little resistance here at 33.35. Little pullback. But if this area holds on a retest, for sure. You got another $20 up. Guys, out of curiosity, what you gold traders out there, what are you risking per trade points wise? Like, are you risking $2 move, $3 move? Because what per mini, it's what, like $10 a tick. $100 per $1 move. Okay, so if it were to go from 33.31 to 33.32, that's $100. Jono says micro gold for you. Yeah, a lot of traders do trade the micro contracts on gold just because it is so heavy leveraged. It's a nice move up though for globex. That's definitely uh-oh. 200 block at 908 now on the NQ. Looks like we let's see if Paul is going to jump into this market all of a sudden. If I can get low 890s, I might try it. Maybe even a little bit lower. Like risk the run of these or get long just below the bottom side of these wicks. Stop would be similar to what I had on the trade earlier down here at like 876, 877. But that's not too bad on the risk. 200 block order up here at 908 seems very enticing. Got 120 people in here currently. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I know the markets are sleepy, so not a lot of action this evening. But I can't thank you enough for tuning in. If you want to support the channel and you're new here, my name is Wes. I'm a full-time futures trader. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you guys could, smash that thumbs up button for me. What's up, Zen Zen? How are you? Oh, yeah, T. I agree, right? Like, trading is all about perseverance, right? Risk management and perseverance. Oh, nice, Zen. You're trading it the right way. I'm not a good scalper, but I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're just chilling. Chat's vibing. It's been a decent stream, even though I haven't taken a trade yet. I'm doing good. Got nothing bad to say. Yeah, guys, if you didn't tune in last night's stream was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Over 2,000 people tuned in at different points throughout the stream. It was a long stream, but I don't even know how many subscribers we ended up with. 140 new subs last night during the stream. It was crazy. It seems like once or twice a week we end up having these blow up streams. I don't know if YouTube's just pushing my channel like crazy. Yeah, Daniel, it did. Good call out on the 3-2-1 short. Yeah, T, it was I mean it was wild. I'm not like I said, guys, I have no idea what I'm doing streaming. Oh, nice revelation. I'm glad you found us. Yeah, YouTube's putting in with work. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It all started about 3 weeks ago. Oh, Danny boy, cheers. Yeah, I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Right? Like we can all learn from each other. All of us can. I'm not the world's best trader. I'll fully admit that. I'm not going to pretend to be, but I'm not going to make sales pitches to you. I'm not going to force you to tell you what the right way to trade or the wrong way to trade is. I just know what works for me, and if you learn something from me, great. If I learn something from you, great. But I'm just hope we can have a nice supporting community where we can learn and grow together in like a safe space where you don't feel pressure all the time to purchase a, a membership to a Discord or a Signal service or a course. You know, that's what I hope to provide. I think the trading niche is kind of slimy and scummy that way. Yeah, Daniel Short countdown was legit there for sure. That was the timing was impeccable that time. And you didn't take it, Daniel says. No, MB, like that's that we discussed this last night. Um that's another problem that happens, right? Like beginning traders go onto these trading streamers and the streamers get annoyed with relatively simple questions that are easy to answer. And I think it's wrong because they don't get to where they're at without you guys, right? Like you guys are the sole reason why they are where they are. And I think it's just wrong that they forget that sometimes. I mean, I get it. They answer the same question over and over and over for years. So I imagine sometimes it does get a little monotonous. But at the same time, those people are the reason why you're doing what you're doing. They make it all possible. So don't shun them away or make them feel indispensable or stupid or dumb. We've all been beginning traders at one point in time. I remember how it felt in the beginning when I was having massive figures thrown in my face, being told to buy this course and that course. It's just that's never going to be me. I always want to appreciate the +1 subs. You guys are what make this channel good, what make it amazing. You provide the vibes. Without you, it doesn't happen. So I can't thank you enough. Like I said, you heard from another channel that YouTube indeed changed things, pushing smaller channels. That channel that did great, but started a second to a ride that changed indeed since about 3 to 4 weeks ago, Mr. Begbeef says. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what's going on. For the longest time when I was streaming during RTH, it was like I was streaming in front of 15 people. Yeah, Sean, exactly. Right? You're already going to lose a lot of money in the markets, regardless of whether you purchase a course or not. It's going to happen. It's market tuition. I don't think it's right to. I mean, I get it. They put in a lot of work, a lot of effort to get to where they're at as well. So they kind of want to be paid if they're going to share that knowledge, kind of like a teacher would. So I understand doing it. I'm just never going to do that. I don't feel good about it. It's already going to cost you a lot to get into the markets and learn that way. Uh, you know, I what did I lose my first year? I want to say my first year, it's probably around month 9 where I finally got to that point where I was like break even. But for that first 6 months, I was probably down like, I don't know, 4K when all was said and done. You know, and that was taking it slow. That was taking it extremely slow. Yeah, Sean, and that doesn't exist because it's very hard to do that live, right? It's very hard to stream and trade. It just is. It's hard to talk through your thought process accurately. It's one thing to do like a pre-market prep type analysis when you're not looking to actively trade, but it's an entirely different thing to execute in real time and uh, answer questions that people are asking. It's very, very difficult. I underestimated how difficult it was going to be when I started streaming, actually. It's very difficult. I mean, trading's hard enough. Now you add all that extra noise coming in, people giving signals here and there. Uh, you know, it's hard. Like I said, when I started streaming, it was I was digging myself a giant hole that I was clawing out of every day. It was very, very difficult. But you're right, Sean. At that cost, yes, it better be alive trades. Yeah, and hey, to pay 25K to learn pit trades back in 2014. Yeah, yeah, Sean, exactly. There's a ton of free education out there. Um, I just don't morally. I don't feel good about doing that to beginning traders. Right? I want to help beginning traders out. I want it to be easier on them than it was on me in the beginning. Nate, it cost you a car to buy a house. Oh, nice, Sensei. Nice. If you're able to scalp in this market, good on you. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Sean, you're right. We are our own worst enemy. The majority of the time, we're our own worst enemy. Can't get out of our own way. Flipping in and out of positions. I don't really do that anymore. Yep, Sensei. I mean, you're right. If you're able to define the range or define the highs and lows of the minimal price action that you're getting right now, let's see what would I be risking here on this long? This feels like a long. This feels like a long. Big block order up above 200. Am I gonna miss it again? Am I gonna miss it again? It's running away real quick. Kevin, 908 up here. There's a 200 cell block up here. 205. 205 orders resting at 22,908. Feeling like a magnet. Wow, guys, thanks for tuning in and hanging out. I have a good time chatting with you guys. There's some good traders in the chat. Better traders than myself. Nate there looks like he's been trading for a long time. Lots of people in here to learn from. Not just me. I've only been trading for 4 years, so I'm still relatively new to it as well. Nate says too long. Yeah, but would you have it any other way, Nate? You know? I actually enjoy trading. Do I want to do it? I'd rather it turn into more like swing long-term hold positions or have a big enough and portfolio to the point where I can just live off dividends kind of deal. But I enjoy looking at the charts and analyzing the charts and proving myself that I can read a chart accurately and know where to execute. Nate, you plowed profits into real estate. That's smart. That's a good investment. That's a good investment. Steven, what's my win rate? I'm like 70, I will say 74%. But I take a lot of break evens, right? That go in there as winners as well. I don't know about the GOAT. I'm a profitable trader. I'm a 6-figure a year trader. But I take things extremely slow. I'm extremely patient. Like you can see, I haven't taken a trade yet tonight, while other people have probably taken, I don't know, 8 or 9 trades, you know? Um, Man, if this rejects now, I no longer like this long here. Oh, cheers, Nate. I appreciate you. Thanks for the kind words. Yeah, I missed the long entry once again. But no, I pulled a journal over the other night on stream so the chat can verify. I think it was like 76% on that account itself. But that's about average for me. You know, I'm usually it's like base hit, base hit, base hit a lot of the time and then one banger a week. One like big trade. Yeah, Nate, my trading actually suits my personality to a T. Like I said before, I went down the indicator rabbit hole and the strategy hopping in the beginning, and then never found any real consistency, and just stripped everything off my charts and went to simple major support and resistance levels, marked them on my charts. My risk is defined by the 20-point spreads here on the box. Long entries from the top side, stop below the bottom, vice versa to the downside on short positions. So it's really simple. Price holds support. I get long, targeting the next level of resistance above. Yeah, Steven, that's the other part of trading that's very, very difficult to overcome. Very, very difficult to overcome. We are our own worst enemy at certain points. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if your psychology and emotions are out of whack, it's not gonna work. You gotta wait for the market to come to you. Don't go chasing the market. Oh, Sensei, 100%. Screen time and pattern recognition for sure. For sure. Like you're going to miss moves, guys. It's going to happen. What you can't do is have the move start to happen and all of a sudden your risk to reward on your position is skewed so heavily not in your favor that if it does come back on you or work against you, you got to make sure that it's not ruining your day or ruining your account. What's up, Armando? You know, at the end of the day, trading is all about risk management. Oh, cheers, Steven. Yeah, I'm an average guy. I'm an average dude. I'm a trader just like you guys. I mean, when you start feeling emotional, when you start feeling angry or feeling the FOMO, go walk away. Go do something else. Like, don't just start clicking buttons. Like I said before, not clicking the button is every bit as important as clicking the button. Yep, Nate, exactly. Trade your plan. It's what I did today. It's what I did this morning. I didn't make a killing, but I made a decent money on one trade, realized that the market was going to be rangy, realized that's not the market conditions that are great for my style of trading. Um, and I left. I walked away. Good risk management would be on a 50K, Armando. So on a 50K, you've got 2K in drawdown, right? Like with the prop firms, I'm to the point, like beginning traders, I say take it slow, right? I would say give yourself maybe $300 to $350 max loss on the day. So you give yourself 2 weeks at it, you know? Um, Honestly, I'm to the point now where I do what's stupid and just try to get through the eval as quickly as possible, which is not smart, but generally I do it successfully. So I don't really worry about that at this point, but that's not what I would want to preach to somebody. Yes, scaling micros. Honestly, micros are a powerful tool in futures, especially with small accounts. They allow you to scale in and out. They allow more points for risk as well. Allow your trades to breathe a little bit more. Allow you to lock in profits and keep runners on. It's a powerful tool. Oh, Rice, any plans on getting back to RT? Not right now. When the demand becomes high enough for it, I'll do it. Profit Quick, I do trade with prop firms. I trade with 4 different props right now, currently, to go along with my personal account. My personal account I more or less use for swing positions these days. I don't really, I might take 2 or 3 trades a month on my personal and just let them ride for big moves. But I trade with Top Step. I trade with My Fun of Futures. I trade with Take Profit Trader, and I trade with Lucid now as well. So I trade with 4 props. What's my favorite? I've been with Top Step the longest and never had any issues with them, right? So I don't have anything bad to say. My Fun of Futures I've traded with them for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. I haven't had any bad experience with them either. Take Profit Trader's nice because they have the daily payouts once funded. Like that's a nice feature that they have, and very valuable if you're a profitable trader. It's worth it. Lucid is the newest one. I just started an evaluation with them a few days ago, so I can't really speak on them just yet. The one bonus that they have over the other 3 that I trade with is once you have a live account with them, they do offer the flexibility of holding swing positions, which the other props don't currently. But like I said, I just started with them not too long ago, so I don't know how it's going to go. It seems to be all right so far. They are limited on their trading platforms currently. You can only trade on Motive Wave and Quant Tower with them, so they are limited on that end because they are so new. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate you, Power. Man, it looks like we got 132 people in here right now, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I've said before, my name is Wes, full-time futures trader. I live stream every globex session starting at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard. Feel free to tune in, come and hang out. The vibes are always good in the stream. Hit that subscribe button if you want to support the channel. Also, if you could hit that thumbs up button. We do have a free trading Discord called Level Up. Link in the description down below the video. We'll never sell you a course or signals or anything like that. Lots of good traders in there. Nice place to hang out during the day. Lots of traders to learn from as well for free. So come and hang out. We'd love to have you. What's my strategy, Profit Quick? It's simple. It's easy. You see these gray boxes on your screen? These are areas that I denote as key support and resistance levels. What I'm looking for is to price to either break above these level and on a retest, hold above for a long, or price to reject this level and for a short. Target level to level usually, obviously with appropriate trailing stops. In its simplest form, that's my strategy. Mean reversion, I'm kind of getting new to that because it's an entirely different kind of setup for me. My good friend Banana Bread Trades has designed an indicator called the Glizzy Clipper 5000. It's a play on mean reversion. The three things that you see on your screen here, the red and green lines are his expected range for the day. So in between the two red lines would be a sell area. In between the two green lines would be a buy area. The gray channel that you see here that kind of looks like a VWAP channel is actually the Keltner channel. The blue line is the 200 period moving average. The outer gray bands are the, I want to say, second standard deviation away from the Kelt mid. And then this oscillator down here is kind of like your MACD or RSI, but it's based on harmonic wave patterns. So when the lines here are above 70, it would be overbought. Lines below -70, oversold. What you need is you need price to either be touching or trading outside the Keltner channel upper or Keltner channel lower band. To be in between either the two red lines that you see here, the sell area, or in between the two green lines, the buy area that you see here. And price to also be either overbought or oversold on the oscillator. And then it will generate a print. Let's see if I can find one here. Kind of what you see right here. So you would be short on these arrows, obviously using other things as confluence, other signals, other indicators, order flow, whatnot. Target would be the Keltner mid. So that's my introduction to mean reversion. I'm not a mean reversion trader usually. I'm more a trend trader than I am a mean reversion trader. It seems like counterintuitive to me with the way that I trade for mean reversion plays, but it does make sense. It's starting to make a little bit more sense. My weakness has always been shorting the market. I've always been a good long side trader. Shorting the market has been my weakness, so it's kind of been something I've been working on, and this indicator's kind of helped me with that. Kind of been able to see key areas, what the indications are, what the signs are for reversals for those types of trades. Yeah, cheers, Profit Quick. For sure. I'm definitely not a mean reversion trader by, how I normally trade my accounts. I'm definitely a trend trader, so I like to buy dips, looking for V bottoms, that kind of stuff. Trading support and resistance. I got a 120 point gap in between these two levels right here. That's plenty for one trade. Yeah, T, it could be, right? Like I'm pretty laid back, pretty mellow in my real life. Like what you see is what you get, really, on stream. This is who I am as a person. Oh, there's that move up into that 908. Oh, he pulled the order. It's no longer there. Someone's spoofing again, guys. Be careful. Yeah, Sensei, it's just I never knew what to look for. And what because I'm so patient with my trading and patient as a person in general, like the longs always work out better for me because I do like to hold my positions for a long time. What happens on the short side trades is it feels like the initial burst down happens before I recognize that it's going to happen the majority of the time, and therefore I'm late on my entry. And because it's so violent and so fast, on most of the short side moves, you don't want to be hopping on after it happens. You want to be in before while price is still chopping the highs and then gets the rollover. So you're kind of having to hold that short position for a little bit before it makes the move, which has proven very, very difficult for me. It's a weakness in my trading that I need to work on for sure. I need to start to be able to recognize those things a little bit better. Like I said, guys, I'm never going to sit here and lie to you or feed you a bunch of garbage. Like, I know what my weaknesses are. I will point them out. I will hand in the air say, hey, I'm not the world's best trader. I don't know everything. If I don't know the answer to your questions, I'll tell you I don't know the answer to your questions. If I know the answer, I'll try to answer it to the best of my abilities. Yeah, Zenzen, I'm a much better long side trader than I am short side trader. So what I've been doing in this bull run up is actually been trying to short the market a lot more. Um, like work on the shorting because I figure if I can do it when the market's in this massive bull run successfully, it's going to help me in the long run so that I'm not missing out. There's nothing more annoying than watching those 500-point moves to the downside and having to sit on the sidelines and watch everybody else bank on it, right? I've done it for my entire trading career. My entire trading career, I've done it. So I'm trying to be able to pick those tops in a bull market and just try to scalp out for now. But there's nothing worse than watching a 300-400 point move to the downside and just not having an entry anywhere. Oh, it's a horrible feeling. Wow, we got 133 people in here still. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you once again. My name is Wes, full-time futures trader. Feel free to hit that subscribe button if you want to support the channel. Yeah, Zen, it's a glaring weakness. Anybody who's traded with me for a little while knows that about me. I'll fully admit it. But I've also watched the perma bears get run over and blow accounts like crazy because all they want to do is short the market as well. But then they're on cloud nine when they catch that one day where the market dumps 400, 500 points or 2 or 3%, you know? But it's like, yeah, but how much money did you lose in the process to catch that one big trade? Yeah, I'm trying to find that balance, Zinzin. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get there. I'm definitely more comfortable on the long side trades than I am on the short side trades. But I've been really working on trying to short the market better. Nice, T. Yeah, that's key. If you're one of those perma bears, for sure, that is 100% key. Knowing when to sit out. It's just like today, for instance, right? I caught the one trade, the long off 820. I got trailed out at 850, and I saw that it was range. I know that that's not optimal market conditions for me to be executing and trading and to make a lot of money, so I walked away. I took the small green day and said, "Okay, I'm done. Let's just have a couple hour day trading, and that's it." Kind of like being left-handed. Yeah, similar. Yeah, I guess similar, Armando. But we want to be ambidextrous. We want to be able to see both sides. Nice, MB. 3 in a row. Cheers. GG's. Like right now, I still think the market's going up, but the move is gone. It came down into those mid to high 80s when I wanted the long, and I was just late on the entry. You're perma unbiased, Daniel, just looking at what the market is trying to tell you. That's the way you should be. That's the way you should be. Yeah, T. I mean, look, the market's trying to trade to levels, right? Like that's fairly obvious. It's fairly obvious. So there's targets that are pretty easily recognizable if you just zoom out and look at the higher time frames, look at where the market is tested a lot. Obviously, at all-time highs, that becomes a little bit more difficult to do. Really, all you can do is look at the DOM, look at where interest is on the DOM, look at where orders are stacked. You can throw, fib extensions and pivots and all that stuff on, but that's just going to give you a rough estimate about where there might be an area to look at. You obviously have your psych levels, but nobody knows when the up is going to stop. There's nobody out there that knows when that's going to happen. So all-time highs is a little bit more difficult, but if price has been traded before, it's fairly easy to spot where the levels are. If price is tested one area a bunch, you know where you should be looking as we trade back into it. Oh, Zen spoofing. Okay, so you'll have traders or institutions place large size orders on either the buy or the sell side, and as price trades at near to where they would be getting filled, they pull them from the books and they move them higher because the market's constantly searching for liquidity, right? And wherever the most liquidity is, the market's going to try to visit that area to grab that liquidity and grab that volume into the market. So they're trying to magnetize the market higher. Do they ever intend on getting fully filled? No, more than likely not. They just are trying to get price up because they're usually, if it's a big sell order that's doing that, they're usually in a long position from far lower. So even if it does accidentally get tagged, it's a take profit and not a loss. Vice versa to the downside. But yeah, it's large orders on the DOM that have zero intention of ever getting filled at the price that they're located. That's spoofing. I don't really see the spoofer's gone already. He was at 908. Did he get filled? Does anybody have time in sales? No, he pulled it before price got there. So you see, Zen, you see how there was this large block sitting here for a very short period of time as the market sold off? Notice how when price got back up here within a point, that order disappeared. That's spoofing. It's actually illegal to do that, but there's no way to prove it. So unfortunately, it happens. Oh, 100%, Scott. 100%. 3, 2, 1, spoof, Daniel says. I mean, 950 seems like the next stop, right? You've got orders stacked in through. That's the next big order, just above 950. And I don't even think it's really that big. So you got a block here at like, let's see how big this is. mean, it's only a 62 block, but it's looking like either somebody's layering into a short position or somebody's taking profits on this move up from a while ago. Can we start spoofing all for us with our one mini contracts that don't even really, you couldn't even recognize on the books? I mean, you can try. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it there for tonight. We had a really late stream last night. It's looking like I'm not going to catch a trade. I missed the 2 opportunities that I had to get long there from the low 90s or upper 80s. That was the one trade that I saw. It's looking like it's playing out like I thought it would. But you can put 9 micros on, Sensei says. Spoofer joint account. But it's 10 o'clock p.m. my time. I'm going to try to get some sleep tonight. That was a late stream last night. Didn't sleep real well. But I can't thank you all enough for tuning in once again. I realized that if I would stay on, things would probably pick up. But T says go look up GameStop. But I'll be back tomorrow evening, 7:45 p.m. Eastern for another stream. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck with your trading the rest of the way if you're continuing to trade. Good luck tomorrow morning. For those of you that are members of the Discord, I'll see you in the morning. Have a good night. Sleep well. And we'll see you tomorrow night at 7:45 p.m. Eastern. Peace.